out. And this is not to take anything away from Barcelona. I watched that team today. Hansi Flick is gradually building that team close to what we saw during the era of Iniesta and Xavi. Those guys, the way they tap this football. And I was just telling my friend Ukum today that Yamin Lamau is tailor-made for Barcelona. The aggression, the kind of fierceness in that boy's eyes when he's carrying. Transit TV back again. Were you not entertained? What a game! What a game! Again, one more time, Atletico Madrid heartbroken. Simeone, after all the hard work, out again. This man has been very unlucky. Always had to deal with Barcelona and Real Madrid, one of the giants of football in Europe, or in fact in the world, for him to win any trophy. And most of the time he has managed to come short. Last week, if you remember, they were just ousted from the Champions League 2 weeks ago by Real Madrid in a very painful game. Today again, Barcelona have knocked them out of the Copa del Rey. And they are battling both teams as well. In La Liga this season, in fact, they have dropped off that race, if you want to believe that. It's now a two-horse race. It was 2 weeks ago, it was a three-horse race. Right now, it's two-horse race between Real Madrid and Barcelona, if you want to believe. So, yeah, after this game today, we just want to talk about, Diego Simeone a little bit, and a few things about Barca. Simeone was appointed the manager of Atletico Madrid in 2011. In fact, many believe he, in fact, is the most successful Atletico Madrid coach. Before he came in, there was nothing like the Madrid derby was just a ceremonial game, but all of a sudden it has become the second biggest game for Real Madrid. If you're a Madrid fan out there, correct me if I'm wrong. After Barcelona, I think Atletico Madrid has become one of their biggest games of the season, and he muscled himself into the dominance of Barcelona and Real Madrid in La Liga. Has managed to win 2 La Liga trophies, 2 Europa Cups, and one time Champions League runner-up. And they were also, guess who beat them in that Champions League finals? Real Madrid. And and if you also check his record against these two teams in Champions League, Madrid has beaten them twice in finals in Champions League, and they have lost. That's what 2014 and 16. 2013 they lost to Barca in the Super Copa, and 2020 they lost to Real Madrid in the Super Copa, and 2018 Real Madrid also beat them in the UEFA Super Cup. So this is what Simeone has had to deal with since he joined the Atletico Madrid, but he has become one of the best coaches, the finest coaches in terms of getting results and being competitive in their games in Europe. And presently, I believe he is the most paid, the highest paid manager in world football as of today. So that tells you the enormous work he has done in Atletico Madrid, and that is what he's dealing with. I don't know if you have pity, having a few pity for him, or you actually big him up or hail him for what he has done for Atletico Madrid, because of the way he gets knocked out of these competitions, not because his teams play poorly, not because they did not do well, but because they just come across these two giants of football in Europe every season. And for them to win anything, they have to, beat one of these two teams. And it has been, right now he's the longest serving coach in La Liga. That tells you as well how highly held he is in Atletico. And today we watched the game. Like I asked you, were you not entertained watching that game? I was watching Liverpool and Everton, but I couldn't just keep my eyes off the Barca Atletico Madrid game. It was just something else. The kind of industry, though that now cannot be overemphasized, the industry of Atletico Madrid players is second to none. And he has now refined that team from a low block team, a strong, defensively strong team that plays on transition and a counter, to a team that can also as well entertain you. They are also enterprising going forward. I think one of the best transfers of last summer was buying Julian Alvarez. That young man has been a steal for Atletico Madrid. But somehow today, though most of the time these games have not gone without any drama. Today, I believe Atletico Madrid equalized that goal. I didn't believe that goal was offside. There was no replay, there was no VAR check, and it was just ruled out. I would love to see a VAR shot of that goal that was disallowed. And this is not to take anything away from Barcelona. I watched that team today. Hansi Flick is gradually building that team close to what we saw during the era of Iniesta and Xavi. Those guys, the way they tap this football. And I was just telling my friend Okun today that Yamin Lamau is tailor-made for Barcelona. The aggression, the kind of fierceness in that boy's eyes when he's carrying the ball and attacking defenses, taking shots, is I don't know, he's the best 17 or 18-year-old footballer you can see out there right now. There's the bravery and the kind of confidence at which he caresses and commands the football is something else. So yeah, kudos to Hansi Flick. I know Xavi started this whole thing, he laid the foundation, though he couldn't really get the result that he wanted. But Barcelona have gradually becoming the team a team to beat in Europe. A few years ago, you remember, Barcelona was almost looking like a laughing stock, a shadow of themselves, but they are really, really becoming that team. Rafinha has become a mainstay in that team, and he can just go on. Even today, they didn't have to start Lewandowski. He just came in, I think, the last 15 minutes. That tells you how confident and how strong this team has become. Yeah, I was thoroughly entertained. If you did not watch that game, just go and look for the highlights and enjoy it, or even watch the full game. It was a very, very thorough, good game to watch. Yeah, kudos to Simeone. I don't know what side of the coin you belong. Do you have pity on Simeone and his team, or you actually on the side of bigging him up for what he has done and the kind of pressure he has continued to mount on Barcelona and Real Madrid season in, season out? How long more do you think Atletico Madrid can hang on to him? Do you think he should just stay there and retire, or is it time for him, probably the next coming 2 seasons, to try his mettle elsewhere? Let me know what in the comment section, and we'll see you again next time. Ciao.